Now we want to conclude with the volume element. You would recall that in the previous video we established that the volume element kinetically is given as du sub x times du sub y times du sub z. That's simply the product of the differential coefficients in the three dimensions or three axes being considered, in the three directions that the gas molecules are moving when in space. Because when you're dealing with three coordinate system, then you're actually considering a situation where the particle, in this case the gas molecules, are in space. Now the value of the volume element was said to be equal to 4 pi u squared du. So all we have to do to obtain the probability of gas molecules as they move in space, that is in x, y, z plane. Of course, having velocity between ux and ux plus dux, uy and uy plus duy, and then uz and uz plus duz. The probability that their velocity will be found within that range is given by what we have on the board here. Already we've written this formula in the previous video where we had n all over 2 pi kt in bracket raised by 3 over 2 multiplied by exponential negative 1/2 times mass raised to the power of square of the resultant velocity in the three axes divided by kt. Take note that these three velocities, they are actually orthogonal, just like we've learned in the study of our phases around the vectors. Is that okay? Fine. Now that we obtained in that previous video, this whole term was multiplied by dux times duy times duz. Of course, you know that is volume, and that's what we call this volume element. If you multiply through length, because all these dx, dy are changed in position, in the axis. And this actually deals with length, you know that. So we refer to it as volume element. So we're going to replace dux, duy, duz with 4 pi u squared du. Alright? Now there's something we want to observe here. Unlike, that is different from what we saw on that area element. You notice that in area element we had 2 pi u du. The 2 pi actually cancels this 2 pi here. But in this case, this 4 pi cannot cancel any term in this bracket. The reason, this power, 3 over 2. This 3 over 2 cannot allow this bracket to open easily for this 4 pi to be used to divide these 2 pi. Is that okay? And for that reason, we leave the equation in this form. This is the probability, alright, for the gas molecule in space. Equation 4 star. Take note of that. This